Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. Today we're talking about the one thing you actually need for your business to be successful, and it is not a huge following. You actually don't need a huge following or a following at all to successfully sell your products and services over and over again. All you actually need is an undeniable product or service, a business that's unlike anybody else's, and you need people to choose you versus anybody else, even if you have a small following or no following at all. Now, the question is that possible, and how is that possible? The one thing your business needs to succeed is a brand. Now, when I say brand, I don't mean a logo or fancy color palette or knowing what your business name is going to be. When I say you need a brand, this is the meaning behind what you're selling. Think of your brand like there's two businesses side by side, a brick and mortar business. There's a shop right here and there's a shop right here. And when looking at these two shops, they sell the exact same thing. However, customers choose this one over that one. Why is that? Is because of the brand. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, I'm going to teach you how to actually build your brand and use that to make sales. Think about the product or service that you're either selling right now or you're hoping to sell soon. Why would somebody buy this product from you versus anybody else selling the exact same thing? What's unique or different about you? What's different about your approach? What's different about your story or your why or the person who you're going to be helping? So let me take you back to a time before the platform, before the YouTube channel, where I was just someone who needed to figure out how to sell my product. And before I even had thousands of subscribers, I was able to consistently sell my product. When I first started my business, I've told the story before, I was selling clothing, and I just found cute clothing that I wanted to sell to women because I wanted to help them feel good about themselves. That's what everybody said. There was nothing exciting or special about what I was doing, and so sales would come here and there, especially if I was doing like a huge discount like Black Friday. But the question always is, why me versus anybody else? And there actually was no reason. So when the hype died down, the sales also died down. So one day I scaled back everything. I just had one product in front of me. So I had this plain t-shirt, and I had to figure out, how can I make somebody care enough to buy this product from me? What would make them care? So one of the ways to start building your brand is to go inward and ask yourself, well, what do you even care about? At the time, I wanted to know, okay, how can I make this t-shirt meaningful to somebody else? If I just sold a t-shirt today, and the one topic that I cared about is my faith, I could talk about my faith over and over and over again. I can talk about overcoming fear over and over again. And I knew that I could talk about faith over fear. That's a message that people could connect to, that could connect to moms, business owners, students. Based off of that birthed Fearless Faith Over Fear t-shirt, which ended up turning into the Fearless collection and entire brand. Because I added meaning behind it, marketing became so much easier. I was able to share the story. I was able to share about my background and my experiences. And so now people were excited to buy this t-shirt because they connected to the brand. So how does this connect to marketing? So marketing is simply a conversation between you and your customer. Branding gives me something to talk about. Branding gives me something meaningful to say as I'm marketing. Because if I had no brand behind what I was selling, the only thing I could talk about in my marketing is about the product features. If I'm selling a t-shirt, the only thing, if there's no brand, I can only talk about how soft it is, the material, how it fits, and that's marketing, but there's nothing else behind that. So anybody else selling that exact same t-shirt could say the same thing, and then the question comes up again, why me versus them? So branding gives me something meaningful to say in the conversation, and it allows my customer to connect with me. So no matter who else sells a t-shirt, they're going to come back to me because they connect to the brand. And so every business in this day and age, going forward and before, this is not a new thing, every business needs a brand to be successful. So in my upcoming videos, I'm going to have more videos coming up on how to use your brand to make sales. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on, because we're going to get deeper into marketing. But today I want to help you actually build that brand so you have something to actually talk about. To build your brand, you have to know or be able to communicate three things. Number one, you have to know who you help. Who will your product or service specifically benefit? Who is it going to help? Even with clothing, you can identify a who. So I'm going to give you examples from my clothing business and then my current branding and marketing, coaching and consulting business. So with my clothing business, who my product helped was people of faith. Period. That's who. I didn't care if there was men, women, young, old. I made unisex clothing, so the gender did not matter. I was helping people of faith. That's my who. For my current consulting business, who I'm helping with these videos like this and with the work that I do, I'm helping business owners. I'm helping experts with the skill. I'm helping creatives. So who is the person who's going to mostly benefit from what you're selling? The thing that you thought about at the beginning of this video, who's going to benefit from that product or service? Number two, what is it going to help them do? What transformation will they have as a result of using your product or service? So with my t-shirt, what is it going to help them do? The t-shirt said fearless faith over fear. So this is going to help people of faith, my who, is going to help them grow in their faith. Wearing that t-shirt is going to help them share a meaningful message of having faith over fear. So my coaching business, these videos and the work that I do, what will this help people do? I'm helping them to grow in their business. I'm helping them to increase their visibility online. What about you? What are you going to help somebody achieve? And what's going to be their transformation as a result of using your products or services? The last question is very important. Why you? Why are you the one to help them? Why should they buy it from you? This gives you a chance to talk about your values, your stories, your experiences, your unique factors that make you that person to buy from. And why my coaching business? Why do people decide to work with me versus anybody else who does branding and marketing? There's a lot of people who do that. Number one, because of my faith, because I mix faith with business. They know that I'm someone who they might share values with. I am relatable. I have an MBA in the work that I do. I have grown businesses from the ground up repeatably. I have results. I have clients who have results. So all of these things make me stand out as someone to choose versus anybody else. And so when I'm thinking about marketing messaging, if I want to do another video, if I want to post on social media, and I'm thinking of what should I say today in order to get more clientele, to get more sales, I can dig back here and tell a story. The time that I first built my first business, the time that my faith helped me in my business. One of the most effective ways that I've made sales since I started my business is through storytelling, being able to relate with my customer through the stories I tell, through the experiences I've had. And so it's good to have these stories thought of ahead of time. And so again, the three questions that you want to be able to communicate is who you help, what you help them do, and why you versus anybody else. And then the next step is taking this brand and then putting it everywhere. Your brand becomes your foundation in business. This will dictate what goes on your website. This dictates what content you create to promote your business or just to build your community. This can determine what emails you send out, because as long as it's helping these people do what you said you're going to help them do, then you're now effectively marketing in your business. So the brand is your foundation. So before we get into marketing your business, stop, pause here, and map out, what is your brand? Who do you help? What do you help them do? And why you versus anybody else? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next one. If you're new to my channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.